why would anyone want to translate a story from one language into another?
There's other stories in the world that you should find out about.
You're absolutely right. It breaks down barriers, doesn't it? Because we've got loads of children with loads of stories they know from different cultures that we think we could share.
Day one of Translation Nation is all about introducing as many students as possible to stories from around the world, to celebrating languages and cultures from around the world.
Like we say, what is your name? Me. Parenting.
And to thinking about what the creative act of translating might mean and how they can come on board and create stories, translate stories from other cultures.
She says, how are you? I'm writing in my language. Me do
Day two of Translation Nation is all about getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're working with a smaller group of students who we call the Translation Nation Hub, and their job is to source stories from parents, from family, from friends, from the wider community who'll share the story with the other students.
The first of the Hipoca, what's that? Hipoca.
We're looking at how we're going to translate the stories we choose to work on.
Now, the Brahmin and the 6 judges. It wasn't 6 judges, it was 3 judges. And the 3 judges, sorry.
So day two is about getting creative with words.
We're rewriting the story of Puss in Boots, but we're translating it from Turkish to English.
About thinking of how to make them come alive as much as possible in English so that they've got all the colour of being a translated story that's born again in English.
Clothes and landscape, and I want you to think about how are you going to describe those in your story so that people know it's happening in India.
We got the hardest script because we need to continue the rest of the story. And it's all Portuguese.
Who speaks Portuguese?
Them. O papai vai rocar, mamãe foi a trabalhar.
Now, day three is about performance, and the heat is really on. We've got these stories written, we've tried them out every which way, we've storyboarded them, we've shaped up the dialogue.
It's a Jamaican patois story. I said, me would drink first, but when I took him I said,
No, Meg, I want to drink first.
What we have to do now is limber them up so that they can go on stage.
You can hear what you're saying, they can hear what you're saying, but the people won't be able to hear what you're saying.
Oh, my friends, please help me gather the rocks. Please help me gather the rocks.
Where's my eyeball? Take that off.
The afternoon ends with the Translation Nation final performance in front of those students who were first involved in Translation Nation on day one. It goes to a popular vote as to which of the stories up on stage best represents that school.
Who wants to share my list?
It will be a showcase celebrating the extraordinary work of those students involved in the Translation Nation project, and it will also be an inspiration because some of these children may go on to become the creative translators of the future.
I'm looking at our stories and I see so many stories, so good stories, and that's it.